spring real estate market is in full swing. Hey, Lily with Living Room Realty in Portland, Oregon, here to give you a real estate market update for the month of February 2024. Yeah, so we are fully in the spring real estate market now. Last month we were talking about, maybe we're entering the spring market, things seem to be picking up, we're getting phone calls. Oh yeah, phone calls are coming in. I have 2 buyer consults this week. I'm talking to some potential sellers for this spring. People are wanting to buy homes, people are interested in selling their homes, and it shows in the numbers here finally. So for new listings to the market, we saw an increase of 89% last month, which is pretty wild. And then pending sales went up just by 14%. We actually saw closed homes go down by 15%, which I would argue that's just because closed home data kind of lags behind everything else with the nature of how, that data is going to be longer out. So the, home goes under contract 30 days at least prior. So you're going to get that data from at least 30 days prior, if that makes sense. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I feel like that number will be very different next month when we get that data. Inventory of homes also went up a little bit by up to 3.2 months. I think that really shows in that increased inventory we had, not necessarily where buyer demand is. But again, very interesting to see if you are someone who is looking to buy a home. That is a pretty significant increase in inventory that we have not seen and really have hoped for up to, I want to say, like 3 years now. So pretty cool to see there if you are a buyer. But yeah, really good to know that market is heating up. If you are someone who is looking to buy a house, there are some really cool opportunities out here for you still. Interest rates are on the down. I actually just bring that up here quick. So interest rates, we did actually see them rise in the last week. They unfortunately went back up into the 7% range, which was a bummer to see, especially if you are someone who is actively out there right now buying, writing offers on things. You don't necessarily want to be locked into a 7% interest rate. But if you are someone who is thinking about buying a home here in the next few weeks, months, the next year, I wouldn't worry too much about seeing them rise. We do expect interest rates to continue to steadily go down here on the whole. And there actually are still predictions that we should see interest rates go down to below 6% even by the end of the year. So good news there. It doesn't show, with rates popping up a little bit, doesn't really show in the market. We are seeing things really hot and heavy right now. I talked to a realtor at my office who said that they wrote on a house over the weekend that got 7 offers, and they can't obviously disclose, the listing agent didn't disclose to them the exact number that they ended up on in price. Unfortunately, they lost out on that offer, but they believe it was around $50K over the asking price. Now this was on a, hot, cool property in a cool neighborhood, all of those things, but it does show that we are back in scenarios. We haven't seen it that much yet where people are getting over 5 offers on houses, and that trend will just continue. Again, this isn't going to be on every house though. So if you're someone who is buying, especially if you're someone who's maybe on a tighter budget, I don't want to scare you at all by saying that information. There are going to be houses that are still going to sit. There are going to be houses that maybe get 1 to 3 offers, hopefully yours being that one that wins. And there are tons of opportunities and things we can do there for you. If you're someone, especially again, if you're on a tighter budget or just doesn't want to get the super, super hot house, I know how to find you those houses. I've, worked through the height of that 2021 market where houses were getting 10 to 12. I know how to find the house. My biggest tip, go for the house with the bad photos. Some houses, lazy listing agent or what have you put on iPhone photos. A lot of buyers won't even go and see that house. First impression on Zillow, all of those is very important. So go look at those. Let's go take a look at those houses. Let's see them. It might be a really good house with bad photos. So that's just one tip. Obviously, I have a million others, and there's ways we can find you that home. If you are someone who is willing to compete on those houses and you want that house that's going to get the 7 offers, we can do that too. I know how to help you compete through those scenarios. There are some really creative things we can do to get you that home. So for you too, I don't want you to worry. I just want to give the reality of what the market is looking right now so you can make empowered decisions for yourself and you can come in best prepared. What we will see for you as buyers in this market, again, here, I think it's just, continued competition. So timing is a good idea. If you are someone who is considering buying right now, I don't want to rush you at all, but sooner rather than later might be a good idea of getting into the market if you want to get Again, good opportunities. And the word opportunity is something I'm going to say a lot here. But, as the market continues, hopefully we'll see those lowering rates, which will give you better buyer affordability. I had a client who paused for a while, go and talk with one of my preferred lenders to get check on their pre-approval. They found that they were able to get pre-approved for a lot more home than they were just a few months ago, with rates going down as much as they have. So good news there as well. So yeah, for you, it's all going to be about your personal needs and personal strategies. So I'm here to help you with all of that. Feel free to reach out. And then if you are someone who is looking to possibly sell your home, as I've noted here a lot, it is a good market here for you finally. We've been through a tough market. Low inventory and still some demand has led to some good opportunities for sellers, but we're finally in a market with lowering rates. Lowering rates are good for you as well. As they lower, you're going to have more motivated buyers and more buyers coming to the market to buy your house. And then obviously, if you're someone who's looking to buy after you sell, that is nice for you too. When it comes to selling right now, obviously it's really good news to hear that some homes are getting those multiple offers. It's not in every case. And I think as the market shifts even more, buyers' expectations are going to be different. So as buyers start to see houses sell before the weekend's over, get multiple offers, all of these things, it's going to be really important that we present your house well and that we also price it really, really well. And what that means is pricing it at a price that gets people through the door and gets them excited. So, you might hear, oh, the market's heating up. Well, I'm going to list my house at this higher price to just see if it can get, what it can get. It could get a multiple offers. Typically, if you list it at a fairly high price, especially what we're seeing above the general market, things aren't going to look so good. Typically, you're not going to get as many showings. I don't know if I mentioned this. I had an agent also mention a house got over 30 parties through their listing. That's where you want to be. You want to be the house that gets 30 people through, 30 parties through. So pricing your home in a way that is strategic, where, it's still at a price you're comfortable with if it's sold for that price, because we're in a market where you're not, promised multiple offers, but a price that still looks really exciting to buyers, gets them through the door. They maybe are in a place where they can go, okay, it's listed at this price. If it gets multiple offers, I'm willing to offer 30 to 50K over asking. So it's going to be all about strategy. It's why I'm here as an expert to help you through it all. And then I might have mentioned prep is going to be really important. Making sure your listing looks amazing, making sure we have all the stuff that I'm going to cover on my end, marketing. We might be doing video, drone footage, all these really cool things to draw people to your home, because we talked about on the buyer side, photos are a big deal. So buyers are going to have that first look. Most people, I think there was some statistic that most people make a decision on buying a house online, or not most, but a good percentage of people make their decision just by looking at a home online. So it's going to be important that we present it well. And again, that's what I'm here to help you with through it all. Hope you found this helpful. Before I say anything else, please hit that subscribe button. That way you can receive any future videos I make here on YouTube. And then if you have any questions for me, whether you are looking to buy a home, sell a home, or do both, I am here for you. Feel free to reach out at my contact information below. You can also find my website with a bunch more resources. And thank you for watching, and I look forward to chatting with you more.